Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start off with the Empress. This is beautiful energy. This is the paradise, right? This is the land of milk and honey. And I feel like you're somebody who is really, you're a nurturing person. You know, I feel like you take care of things, of someone or of something. I feel like you're really right now kind of devoted to seeing something grow. It could be kids, could be pets, plants, right? It could be a garden, it could be your life, it could be your bank account, right? We're really trying to focus our energy on building something up and growing something. It could be growing this best life, growing this paradise, right? But I kind of feel as if there's another person here. You're taking care of somebody. Yeah. Either you're a parent or you're a caregiver of some kind. Maybe you work in healthcare. You work at the hospital or the ER, something like that, or a clinic. It feels like it's physical, but maybe it's mental or emotional health. Maybe it's a kind of spiritual energy. Maybe you're a healer. Maybe you do Reiki. Maybe you do acupuncture or crystal healing, something like this, right? I feel like that's what your work is right now. Or if it's not what you're doing, maybe it should be what you're doing. Because I feel like you have this very, very healing energy about you. You know, let's see what we're doing with that. Let's see where this growth is taking place. Got a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands could be an older female energy in your life. It could be that you are a caregiver to an older female energy. I don't know if it's a family member. Could be mom or grandma. Could be an older sibling. But it does feel like it's an older generation, right? And it could be your profession, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. But I feel like this is a situation where you really do shine, right? It's the Queen of Wands here. I feel like this is, you take a lot of pride in the work that you do. Yeah. That you feel a satisfaction with it. And I find you to be intensely motivated in this work that you do. Maybe it's not a profession. Okay. Maybe you're retired, right? This is still, when I say work, it's the activities that we do, right? It's what we put our energy into, what we burn calories doing every day, all right? And I feel a deep satisfaction in what you do or what you will be doing. If you're not already doing something related to this Empress energy, you should be, because I feel that there is intense pride and satisfaction and a lot of ambition with this. Okay, let's see what's underneath the surface. Six of Pentacles. It does feel like something that is related to a profession of some kind or related to a physical prosperity, a physical abundance, right? The Six of Pentacles is kind of, us becoming aware of what we bring to the table. Yeah. And I think that you bring a lot to the table, and I think that you're realizing that. Now, maybe you didn't always assume that about yourself. But I feel like you're realizing it. Yeah. This is a lot of physical success. This is perhaps your motivations to start a business or to start a successful physical organization of some kind, right? Something that's tangible, you know. It's material success, right? So it has something to do with, it has to do with healing too. Right? Creating or restoring a balance. which is what I think what a lot of Reiki and acupuncture and the crystal healing and stuff, it's really about the restoration of balance, right? And that's kind of what this card is. So this might even be confirming a physical healing of some kind for you, or what your efforts are geared toward, okay? Or what they maybe should be, if you're not already doing something like that. I think this is a pretty big confirmation. See, what's behind everything here is a Ten of Swords. I feel like you've discovered a lot of things in your life that don't work, right? You have had a lot of experiences that have taught you kind of where you don't want to be. Maybe you've been through a lot of careers. Maybe you've been through a lot of different attempts at ideas, at vocations or avocations, or these different paths that you've been on. The Ten of Swords is kind of like we've exhausted the possibilities through trial and error. You've learned what doesn't work for you. You learned where your energies are not so well used or well received, right? And that's always a good thing. We've got to know kind of what we don't want in order to kind of narrow down what we do want. But I feel like these kinds of, I almost feel like they're kind of dead-end paths, that you've maybe taken. Things that you didn't feel really led you anywhere successful, anywhere that you really wanted to be, but they weren't wasted. I mean, maybe they can be. If we don't understand their purpose, then it feels like they were just a waste of time. But if we've learned something from them, if we have gained something through these experiences, then they weren't a waste of time, that they were very valuable. So I think that you're realizing the value of all of those false paths that you've taken, all those different attempts, the different experiments, the different things that we've tried that didn't really lead us where we wanted to go, and that we've moved on from. You're understanding the value of those things, okay? And I think this is vitally important for how you're moving forward into the future. But let's see what's on top of everything. Let's see what is up above. The Seven of Pentacles. Again, this is the focusing on what hasn't been working, right? The Ten of Pentacles is, the Ten of Pentacles could be very important when we think of it in terms of the Empress and the Six of Pentacles. You're taking something that's not in balance. It's a 7, right? Something that's not healed. Something that is in need of something, in need of nurturing. Something that needs to grow more, needs to become alive again, needs to flourish. And that's what you're doing, right? Through your power, your energies, through your soul and spirit, through your efforts, your spiritual energy, you are restoring this to the balance of the Six of Pentacles. And I think that work brings you, or will bring you, could bring you such wonderful satisfaction and pride, a sense of accomplishment, right? But when we think of it in context of the Ten of Swords, we're kind of just, we're lingering a little bit on what hasn't been working. Okay, so maybe we really need to center ourselves here and realize what you are good at. What is your energy really telling you? What feels like it really is your path here? I think the Empress is the key to all of that. Let's look at the future position. Ten of Pentacles, wealth, right? The real, going from a Ten of Swords now to a Ten of Pentacles. This was a path that had no, let's say, no obvious value. It had no tangible, it was a dead end. There was no meat on the bones here. The Ten of Pentacles is full. It is rich. It is wealth, right? This is something that didn't really pay off in the kind of physical, practical way, right? But the Ten of Pentacles, now it is. And I think it's the realization of what you're really meant to do, right? What you are really meant to apply yourself to. The restoration of balance, the healing, the nurturing, the growing of something, okay? And to me, it feels like it really is in this realm of healing or caregiving, or of restoring people to that balanced state, right? Well, maybe you're going in and you're fixing companies or something, or maybe you're fixing cars or airplanes or something. It could be that too, right? Healing the broken mechanics of something. It could be you being a therapist or a family counselor or a marriage counselor or something, and helping people, teaching people, giving people the tools to heal themselves, to fix their relationships, to heal their relationships, right? So we could see that Empress energy, it really has a lot of possibilities for you. I think it's something that you really need to explore, because the Ten of Pentacles in the future position, this is wealth. This is not just financial wealth. It is financial wealth. This is exponential, though, right? This is your best life. This is where all of your dreams really come true. This is the energy here that leads you to the absolute best life that you could possibly imagine, and then some. And it just keeps growing exponentially. Very, very nice. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. It's going to go right here with Jimbo, the Lizard King, aka Mr. Lizard. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction about that card, drop it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It supports the channel. This channel is supported by viewers like you, and I really do appreciate that. All right, general energy. Let's see what we got here. The Prince of Swords. You don't quit. You don't give up. When you run into a dead end or a roadblock, you don't sulk and linger and lament. No, you just keep going. You turn around, go another way. You're going to consistently, you're like, this is the Prince of Swords. It's double air, right? It's air on air. And this to me feels like the wind that is very persistent. A strong wind will find a way to get inside your house, you know, will just subtly penetrate the cracks in the little spaces in between the boards and will get in, you know. And this is your persistence and your commitment, that you're not giving up. You're not a quitter, you know, that you will strive and strive and strive until you find where you really are meant to be, you know. And this is very tenacious. This is great energy. It's very fixed. I think that you believe in yourself. And I don't think anything can push that out of you. I don't think any of your past experiences can knock you off of that horse of self determination. And the belief in yourself that I feel is, it keeps your chin up even when we feel like I went down another blind alley, another detour, another wrong road, I took another wrong turn. I think you're realizing, let's see what the next card is. Oh, Six of Cups, very nice. I think you're realizing that there are no wrong turns. Here's the Six of Cups in the environment. And this really is your relationship with other people and how you interact with other people. A 6 and a 6, very much about the healing. Maybe it is physical and emotional, maybe together. Maybe it is a physical healing that gives you a sense of emotional satisfaction. Maybe it's emotional healing that just kind of gives you a kind of material benefit, right? That it's something that you're compensated for. Could be that way too. But I feel that it is very much a satisfying experience because you are allowed to connect with people. This Empress energy, this is your spiritual self. This is what you are good at, okay? And this is where you belong. And I think that it really is allowing you to connect with people in a way that is really meaningful to you. In a way that is really, really meaningful to you. And I love that for you. I think we all need that. Is there an obstacle here? Well, we've got a Prince of Cups. We've got a Prince of Cups. Now we've got a fixed mind and a fixed heart. Okay. The difficult thing here, if there is a difficulty, it's in you getting too identified with people in your life. right? If this is becoming your purpose, maybe your vocation or your avocation, if it's your work, if it's just the sense of purpose, or maybe you're retired, but this is that giving you that sense of what you're supposed to be doing now, right? The people that you are going to be helping or healing or connecting with, or the airplanes, the cars, whatever it is, the Prince of Cups is kind of saying that the only challenge for you is going to be able to kind of let them go again, because you connect with them so strongly. It's kind of like you get very attached to people, and you don't want to let them go, but it's kind of like they've got to leave the nest now, that you've done your part, and now they've got to go back off into the world. And I imagine if you're a counselor or a therapist or something, you do form, connections and bonds with and attachments to people. And it's kind of bittersweet when they no longer need therapy, right? When they are just they walk out of the office and you're not really going to see them again. That's a very good problem to have. It means you're very good at what you do. But it's, it's something that is just kind of like, you really care about people. And so it's hard to just kind of let them go and to bring things back to just the sort of professional kind of, arena. But it doesn't have to be professional, I guess. We could still be talking about being a caregiver to a family member. Maybe that's what you're currently doing. But maybe it's giving you a feeling of really what you're meant to be doing, full time, let's say, right? And again, maybe you're retired, maybe you're in school or whatever. It doesn't matter how old you are. But this is kind of a sense of purpose, And this, I think, is really the feeling that everybody that you encounter, everybody that you help, or you kind of give them some tools to help themselves, however you want to look at it, all of those people now kind of feel close. They feel like family. Yeah. And this the only obstacle, I think, is the ability then to just kind of, to not try to be best friends with everybody that we connect with in that way. Especially if this is becoming more of a profession or an avocation or something that you're kind of doing professionally, right? That we got to keep a little bit of a detachment from people, but it's difficult because we care and we have these very personal, intimate, moments with people, and so it's hard not to form a bond. That's a very good problem to have. What is the last card here? 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is really interesting because it's a little bit of doubt. We've got the fixed air energy here. And then we've got the 5 of Swords here, which is very volatile air energy. So we're going from fixed to volatile. And if we can try to spin this in a positive way, maybe this fixed air energy that we see here with the Prince of Swords, maybe this is the wrong kind of fixed air energy. Maybe this is us feeling as if, well, my purpose is over here somewhere, and I'm going to keep looking in this direction for it, right? And this is somewhere over here, generally, right, is where I belong. And you're very fixed in that belief. That's something that you think is true, and that's where you look. And we have the 10 of Swords to prove it. We're always looking in the same direction for what we're supposed to be doing. The 5 of Swords might be saying that we got to be like the wind. We've got to just flow and see where the little cracks are and where we can fit in. Right? Not just feel like I'm going in through the front door and I'm going to keep poking at this door until it opens. Maybe this is saying that, again, we've got to be like the wind, and we've just got to feel where it's going to allow an opening, and we can get through there, right? Find our way. So it might be that we've been looking in this particular direction because we're so intent on this being the right direction. We believe this to be true. Maybe your direction's over here. Maybe this Empress energy is not something you said, no way, that's not something I've ever entertained before. It's not something that is meant for me. I know that's not true. I'm not even going to look over there. I need to go this way. Okay? And so I think that this Five of Swords is good, especially because we talked about the air energy, being that breeze that just will find its way into the house, through the cracks and the spaces between the boards and things. And this is that openness. This is the ability to see different possibilities and different angles, to not be so fixed in a particular direction. I still like the Prince of Cups and the fixed air energy as your belief in yourself, but let's make sure that we're not limiting ourselves by that belief. Okay? Let's look at the mystery card. I think this is really good. This is really wonderful energy for you. What might this be? Maybe it'll be your power card, the Moon card. Maybe this will be some water energy. So we've got the 10 and the 10. We've got the 6 and the 6. We've got the fixed and the fixed. Or fixed. Maybe we need another 5. Maybe we need another major arcana. That's what I'm going to vote for. Major arcana, spiritual energy. We have the Empress there maybe as the suggestion of this is where you really believe, this is what you're good at. Maybe I want to see like the World card, showing that you are now manifesting that spiritual energy out in the world. Or the Magician, kind of the same thing, that you're doing that, So those are my thoughts. Let's see what we have. Two of Swords. Okay. It's decision time, It's again this idea that we've been too rigid in seeing our path, thinking it's got to be this way and not that way. We're looking at it too black and white. That we're living in this duality, of this belief that our path has to be over here somewhere. And so sometimes this card is a little bit of bias, and that's why the blindfold. And that's why the crescent moon up above. We have to close our eyes so that we can't see what we're doing. It's like a blind taste test, I don't want to have any kind of bias. And then we follow our intuition. We follow the breeze where it takes us, where we're able to fit in, and we can fulfill our true nature. And I think it's a decision that you have to make, to be willing to see with your spiritual eyes, not your physical eyes, but to be able to see what you really are and where you can really prosper and thrive and find satisfaction and find confidence and pride and all that good Queen of Wands energy. I think we have to be willing to set aside our our opinions and feelings about ourselves that we take to be facts, and be open to new possibilities, open to a path that maybe is unlike any path you've ever taken. Well, maybe the Ten of Swords says you've taken that path already, and you keep kind of doing the same direction, and it hasn't been working. So maybe we close our eyes and we try something that feels right, because if you open your eyes, you're going to say, that's not my path, So we close our eyes and we allow it to guide us, like the wind, without any kind of personal prejudice or bias. Yeah, I think that Empress energy, again, that's what you're good at. That's where you really can thrive and prosper. Okay, but allow the wind, allow your intuition to kind of carry you into that, and where the best opportunities are going to be. In that Empress energy, like we kind of talked about, it can manifest in many different ways. Okay. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner. There's also a link down below in the video description. Okay. New readings for Pisces every Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It is free. And if you want to leave a comment, go ahead. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.